welcome back to Hunter x Hunter, where, well, once again, everything is in dire straits. People are disappearing left, right, and centre, and we've got a bunch of hunters in the mix as well. With these certain spicy animals kind of rolling around, each with their own particular take on how to advance the task of feeding the queen. Going to be interesting, although with the main group split up and Pockle on the outskirts somewhere. Oh god, something's going to happen. And of course, with the group here and the shadowy boss and Gyro. Are the Chimera ants going to actually clean up around here and make the NDL a actual better place to live without the threat of constantly being abducted, at least? Having the boss being kind of, well, if that is the boss, not just a decoy lackey kind of thing, being closed down on by the insects already. It's not even top brass or anything. It's just one of the squads. Shows just how little normal humans can actually fight back against them. I don't want to watch this anymore. Evil and terrible. Not just one or the other. It's an extra layer on top. NGL. Kind of like when we saw with nope, can't remember his name, but various other characters, including the one that they were in Greed Island and helped God and Kira train a little. Brought up on a dark side of the towns and cities. Kind of a tough life. Only teaching him what he needed to know. Wow. What a active lifestyle. Yeah, that would definitely make it better if the wood is already rotten and rotten beforehand. Kicking it isn't going to alleviate the sound at all. Through harshness, he... Oh, what a lovely drink in the morning. And due to a certain disconnect there... Well, I wouldn't have expected him to have a fulfilling childhood if everything would have been shown so far from him. His rather distant father. He held a certain regard and respect for him, even if he was a scumbag. So, there was a moment in which his father actually took care of him. In such a life devoid of anything else. Having it spoken to him so vehemently. Who's going to be the one to pay for this? The father or the one who told him just now? And he attacked the youth. There we go. But now that he's actually fought back, so his other fact that he held dear there. And whether or not it's actually true, the fact is, completely destroying his entire... The dad himself just stood there. Let me guess. Turn away, walk off. Well, you can see kind of why it'd have with this upbringing. Well, the universe doesn't really care about anything, really. It's not conscious, but having the two facts about his father which kept him actually there and whatnot. Well, people are gonna... Well, probably not even notice if he disappears, but... Seeing him in the light of what he actually is. What is this musical sting? It's one that I've heard definitely before. And you can see why there'd be some dissonance with people why you'd... Oh. There was two ways it could have gone. Either just leaving or... with a hammer blow, apparently. I guess the rules don't apply to him. Since he sees himself as... not amongst the human. This is meant to be, Oh. Well, thanks for the backstory. It's, really coming in useful now. It's too easy. Why would they provide any actual fight? Up until they actually... Up until they actually come against anyone with Nen. No, he's building a base for himself. How's that going to be taken with... lashing out like that? Kind of makes sense, though, let's be honest. With so many of the members carrying firearms, if a few of them get taken out, they'd pick them up for themselves. Yeah, just back out of this one. It might be above your pay grade. They're going to the nest. At least track the direction of which they're going. Well, as you can... Is it getting so large it's affecting the atmosphere around it? There we go. They've actually got, a good few members of the team there that actually can communicate and care about when things are going weird. There are weaponry outside of just firearms. That's quite obvious, yep. A single shot to the skull. There's no exit wound, there's no bullet in there. It's... if they didn't have that kind of... was it telepathic communication? They'd be without that slight bit of information there leading into Nen or anything behind it. Even if they don't know what it is yet. And yeah, that's the point. What if they do capture and consume anyone that does have Nen? And what then? If the entire goal here is to bring food for the Queen and live for the Queen, he is focused. You just said it. Certain memories are resurfacing. Seems the past lives and experiences of those that have been consumed don't lie still. Well, now you've just got to create some weaponry that requires more than 2 fingers, and where could that name have been heard before? Oh fuck. Well, that set it in place with what I was thinking. Let's get the hell out of here. I am in favour of that plan. Hmm. He hasn't even realised what's happened. Quick, run! That might be a bit difficult for him. Once they show themselves, Parkour is kind of decent for the first attack. Is it the bit I did? No. Run! Run now! Orange arrow. You can see it. Why can they see the arrows, see the energy? And that is what I was worried about. Don't try to escape in a straight line. And it's over just like that. Wasn't he just angry about the grunt? They're meant to be taking the food back, right? Keep firing. You can only hold on to several. Exactly. Shoot another. Of course, bringing in someone, scorpion tail, some poison, some. Well, maybe, but is. I'm guessing it wasn't killed since they need to bring him back to the Queen, but. Puckle has a little bit of time at least. I mean, the one bit of hope there would be that she can go and tell anyone, but. And who's it going to be delivered to? The strongest aura here. There will be others. The one that was enjoying guns from before. Great. Well, at least it wasn't like a drawn-out battle or anything. She was, unaware mostly of what was going on. She managed to get off the note there. Oh, to kite. Actually deliver the message. They can't turn it down, no. They know that there are others out there that are in danger. Can you keep up? Time is of the essence. Well, they'll be going on foot now. That's probably one of the best ideas. Since they're not hunters themselves, I don't think we've been shown or told that they've got any Nen capabilities themselves, so... Get the ones that are combat ready, somewhat experienced, to actually go in. Even the horse is like, what the fuck did I just see? You gotta get your, getting some training there. If you can't even keep up with humans. I think more than ever now, this is no matter to be taken frivolously. Gon is pissed off again. They are learning and evolving. His guess is kind of on the money there. Well, evacuate what you can, glass the country. Is it going to get to the point where they take down the entire hive by just eliminating the queen? Or is there going to be the everlasting battle with the insects that are out there at the minute? And considering Pockle's team kind of went down fairly easily, he was the only one to really stand up and do anything. Hopefully our expert animal tracker and whatnot is going to be around for a little bit longer. Jesus Christ. It had to be Ponzu. She'd already been through so much, failing the exam twice. And I guess if we have members of the cast and crew and characters that we've maybe not come to love, but at least come to recognize and know, and lose so easily. If it had been pretty much anyone else that had come up during the Hunter exam, would it really have mattered? But yeah, I believe that if you want one way to make sure that Gon never backs down from the idea of taking down all of the Chimera ants, stopping this invasion before it can get any worse, interfering with anyone that he knew and his friends and family, that kind of thing. Yeah, now he's got a tenacious, rabid hunger to make sure that this is dealt with. And let's be thinking about it here. If the insects and whatnot are inheriting the genes and memories and aspects of everything that's being consumed here, and humans are the primary meal at the minute. If we've got Colt remembering his sister, speaking the name out loud, how much is it going to interfere? How much is their kind of previous lives were not going to actually re-emerge? And since most of the humans, although those troops there were so vehemently afraid or actively attacking the insects, there's going to be self-loathing amongst them, like a serial killer of chimera ants going around eliminating their own. But by God, that's backstory we got for Jiro. What's it, Gyro? The kind of upbringing that hopefully no one can really relate to, but one that we can understand very, very easily. If you had a moment where you held a father figure, a loved one, whatever, in that kind of regard as they can do no wrong, they're basically a god, that they're your hero kind of thing. For that moment when it is broken, your childlike wonder evaporating, it can do some strong things. If it gets removed to the point where you've got no need to have any sort of attachment, you realize just what a scumbag they really are, oh. I am going to enjoy the much more slimmed down cast with Gon, Killua, and Kite now going through this place and actually hopefully resolving a few things. Because you don't need to worry about any of the translator, anyone that can't really protect themselves. If you've got to worry about saving others all the time, they get nothing done. Now we can go full extermination. So hopefully you'll be waiting and eager for that final episode. And it shouldn't be too long from now, so if you enjoyed, leave a like on the video, maybe comment down below. Even subscribing to the channel will get you to make sure you might not miss future uploads. I've butchered these sentences. Make sure to jump onto the Discord as well if you want to have some sort of conversation. Not always about the anime that is being watched, but get some rest. See you in the next one.